my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the comic collector geek, and I'm joined with my good friend Mark Olroyd from Suddenly Comics, and we are the Price Variants. And this year, well, this coming year is 2024, and we have high hopes that all the stupidity, all the badness of the movies and TV series that we've seen in the past is over, and they're only going to make good stuff from now on. Marvel, DC, all the guys, Hollywood has sorted itself out. They're not going to make any of this junk anymore. They're only going to make good stuff for 2024. And we're going to look at the movies and TV series for 2024 and hopefully find some good stuff.
Right.
So,
okay.
So I try to set the high, that high bar. Okay.
Right, Alan. We're going to start with Craven.
Okay. Radioactive lion blood, can't go wrong with that. I actually think it could be fun. I'm going to give it, I'm actually looking forward to seeing it. I think it could be fun. It could be fun. It's going to get an R rating, so that means that they're not going to hold back. They're not going to make blue blood or anything weird, to try to be safe. I think they can go a little bit more extreme and maybe have some fun with it.
Yeah. The problem is
that sigh was awesome.
It's a Sony Spider-Man franchise movie. Sony are fantastic at doing the animation stuff, but their history on the sort of the real life stuff is not good. So I've got a horrible feeling about it. I want it to be good because it's such a good character. And the costume is so great in the comics with the storylines. Craven's Last Stand,
Last Hunt, yeah.
Craven's Last Hunt, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I think? I think one of the big problems with the Craven movie is the fact that they can't have Spider-Man in
it. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that if he was in the movie and they made it a Spider-Man but Craven focused movie, maybe it would be actually a good movie. Just do the Last Hunt. That's actually a cool story. Yeah, but they're not going to do that.
Okay. So on a similar vein, Madam Webb.
Okay, I'm going to be controversial here. I actually like the trailer. I know it looks CW. I know it looks very made for TV, but I love butterfly effects. I love those kind of having a second chance to do over a mistake or get better at doing something where you're predictive of the future and stuff. I like that. I think it's fun. I like seeing all the different Spider Women. I think that's going to be cool too. I don't know. I actually like the trailer. Everyone's the trailer's terrible, but I actually enjoyed it. I'm probably the only person in the world that thinks that way. Maybe I like my Spider Women too much. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm actually excited for it, to tell you the truth.
Well, I hope you're right. I've got a lot of Spider Women comics. And it would be great if they all went up in value. Yeah, I hope you're right, Alan. It's a nice idea, and let's fingers crossed for both those two. Right. What I am fairly sure is going to be great is Across the Spider-Verse Part 2.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I don't have any high expectations or low expectations. I just expect it to be about the same level as the previous, and that was a good movie. So, it's not as long as it makes that standard, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, and who's going to be the main baddie? Is it going to be Spot or Spider-Man 2099?
I don't think Spider-Man 2099 is going to be a villain. I think he was kind of villainous in the previous one, but I don't think they'll let that happen. I think he'll be actually redeemed and will become a good guy. I think Spot will be not the main bad guy, though. I think they're going to introduce some higher level bad guy, and Spot's going to be sort of something that leads to that. I don't know. That's my guess.
Okay.
That I think they always like to like with Marvel movies, they always like to have the reveal of a greater baddie. You know what I mean? Like they don't want us to
Well, this
know.
isn't Marvel, of course. This is Sony.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. Like I'm just saying. Even Sony is with Marvel characters. Okay, so I actually expect there to be another baddie.
Okay,
So
that'll be fun. I hope you're right.
yeah.
I look forward to that, but they've got a very good record. First two movies were magnificent. Right,
Mhm.
Captain America: New World Order.
Okay. So I tried to keep a
You've been
high.
keeping a very positive attitude so far,
I
Alan.
tried to keep a positive attitude. I have a feeling this is like I'm actually surprised if they actually release it next year. First of all, I have a feeling it's going to be bad. I have a feeling it's going to be really, really bad because it's Falcon as Captain America, and I'm still trying to get over like my therapist is helping me. She's really working hard, and she's getting me over the Captain.
You're missing Steve Rogers, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean that Falcon and Winter Soldier show was so bad and so cringy. I'm still trying to get over it, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. The therapy is it's working. It's a 10-step program. Um,
This could set you back a few steps, Alan.
yeah, that's my point. That's my fear. I'm not really looking forward to this movie. Uh, I probably won't even go see it. That's unless the trailer looks amazing, really amazing. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to it. Sorry. How about
Right.
you?
No, well, I'm not a big
See?
Cap fan. Either
Yeah.
Steve Rogers. Um,
Mhm.
I didn't dislike the TV series as much as you did.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, I thought the initial sequence on the first episode, flying through the air and everything, was really quite good.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm not. it's not one I'll be rushing out to see, Alan. So unless it's getting rave reviews,
Mhm.
I probably won't go and see it because it doesn't as no I, I will whereas Across the Spider Verse, as soon as that comes out, I will be going to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, me too. Yeah.
Captain America will brave no, that doesn't
Yeah.
no. Right, and finally, Alan, Thunderbolts.
Hmm. That's an interesting one. Um, it has like all the characters that we didn't like in all the movies that we didn't like. So
Oh, come on. Yelena Belova as the new Black Widow. She's great. You're not a fan.
actually I liked her. I have to say I did like
Yeah.
her, but in a way she was kind of lame. And what was the last thing that she was in? The Daredevil show. I thought she was kind of weak in that. I feel like she's trying to be funny too much, and it kind of takes away from her character. In a way, she's become for me the
Hawkeye.
embodiment of
Hawkeye, wasn't it? She was in.
Oh, Hawkeye. You're right, Hawkeye. Sorry. Yeah, she's become almost the embodiment for me of Marvel humor and how annoying it is. Like I find it can work, but sometimes it's overdone. And I felt like she was kind of overdone in the Hawkeye show. And I actually like her. Like I'm saying this, even though I actually like her. That was my only criticism. I'm sort of worried that unless they kind of sort her out a bit, maybe it'll be okay. But the rest of them are all like the worst characters. Like
Red Guardian.
it's Red Guardian. But if you watch the Black Widow movie, he was like this overweight kind of like just like typical way that they kind of play white male characters nowadays, right? Where they kind of make them look like the worst of the worst. They just don't really like they're kind of goofy. They're inept. They don't really have good power set.
What
Yeah.
about Red Hulk?
So Red Hulk is going to be Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
So I'm getting flashbacks of a red Indiana Jones now. Um,
A geriatric.
so geriatric Hulk. I don't know. Depends on how good the CGI is. Um, I don't know what to say. Yeah.
You've got Bucky.
So I never liked Bucky, to tell you the truth. I always found Bucky kind of and especially from like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I didn't like that show at all. You
So
know,
it's really tuning up this one, Alan. You're a big fan of all the characters. What's the other one? Is there a character called Ghost or something?
yeah, Ghost is in it as well, and she was lame. She was lame in the Ant-Man and the Wasp, which was where she made her appearance. I mean, she has a cool power that she can go through walls and stuff, and yeah, but I don't know. I thought she was kind of weak too. I don't know. I'm not really not no enthusiasm, I guess. Even though I have the comics, I've spec'd on all those comics. But
Right. Okay.
so is
So
that it for my show?
that is
And
it for
then
your show. Yes, you're going to
so that's half of the TV and movie series that are coming out this year.
next
I'm
year.
sort of mixed. Or next year, I should say. Next year. I'm sort of mixed. I do have high hopes. I always try to keep like an open mind, and I try to keep like hopeful. Um, but do we have more hope? Is there actually good movies that are going to come out? Let's check out on Mark's channel, and we'll talk about a few more. So go over there, check out the rest of the list.